Welcome to CareerLabsVR, Facilitator Training Module 2, Know Your Tech. In this module, we discuss the steps you need to take to learn how to use and care for your VR hardware, where to find the CareerLabsVR training tutorials and reference manuals, and why we think it's vital that you familiarize yourself with the simulations before using them with Career Explorers. Hardware refers to the parts of the VR simulation that you can touch and hold. The hardware is the equipment, the headset, the hand controllers, what kind of computer you are using, etc. The kind of hardware that you are using may be different from other agencies using CareerLabsVR, and you may change your hardware over time. Because of the evolving and varying nature of hardware choices across agencies, CareerLabsVR is not able to provide significant support for hardware issues. You will need to contact your hardware manufacturer or consult your manual in order to troubleshoot or repair hardware issues. VR equipment is an investment that you have made and should be handled with care. The equipment is designed to be fairly robust. However, we expect that you will have many explorers excited to use this system. It's a good idea to be familiar with the equipment manual for your specific equipment, so that you are able to follow best practices and protect your gear. It's always a good idea to be prepared for your Career Explorer before they come. Use an equipment checklist to make sure that you have everything you need and that everything is powered up and ready to go before they arrive. We recommend that your organization create an equipment checklist to keep track of the hardware that you use for CareerLabsVR. This should include details such as which pieces of equipment are used together, how to store, clean and care for the equipment, and where to find the manuals. You can use this checklist at the start and end of your simulations to make sure that you have everything you need and that you've put away all of the equipment correctly afterwards. As we mentioned, this equipment checklist will be unique to your organization, so it is your responsibility to either develop an equipment checklist or to include it in the ecosystem checklist that we will discuss in the next module. CareerLabsVR will always recommend you connect with the equipment manufacturer first if you encounter any hardware challenges. In order to protect your gear, we recommend that you make sure that the Career Explorer feels that the headset is secure while still being comfortable. We also suggest that Career Explorers use wrist straps to minimize the risk of dropping a controller during a simulation. And lastly, following hygiene recommendation is always of paramount importance to make sure that your equipment is cleaned between uses. In the Resources section of CareerLabsVR, you will find the reference manuals for the current simulations. These include a general overview of the simulation and specific features that are unique to that simulation. Once the simulations have launched, you will have access to some options and controls. There are complete explanations for each facilitator panel and the options that you're able to control within the reference manuals for the simulations. We recommend you read the relevant reference manual to familiarize yourself with these features before you begin your facilitation. One example of these options is the hint task. This will prompt the narrator in the simulation to repeat their most recent instructions. This can be helpful if the explorer misses something or gets distracted. The Career Explorer will also have a way to prompt the narrator to repeat themselves from within the simulation. The restart will take the explorer back to the start of the simulation, while the print screen option enables you to get a screen grab. We'll take a quick look at what you might see under the Options tab next. In some of the simulations, you may have an Options tab under the Facilitator panel that will take you to a menu something like the one that you see on the screen. Features here include volume, language, as well as some other interesting options. One cool feature is Force Grab, which allows the Career Explorer to grab objects without being directly beside them. Teleportation turns on the ability for the Career Explorer to instantly move between two locations around the simulation rather than walk or move around in the physical location. Another option is the seated experience. This option will move the explorer's location in the virtual world higher up so that their view is similar to a standing experience. This means objects won't be out of reach if someone doesn't feel comfortable standing during a simulation. Again, as mentioned, some of the simulations may look different depending on when they were developed or the unique features of each simulation. That is why we recommend referencing the manuals for each simulation before using or facilitating them so that you are familiar with the specific options that are available. Finally, our number one recommendation in order for you to know your tech is to use the tech. We recommend that you take the time to explore and work through all of the simulations so that you know what it feels like to be immersed in the tech, so that you can assist your career explorers if they get stuck or have questions, and so that you can learn more about a variety of careers that you may not have previously delved into. This will make you a better facilitator and better equipped to help career explorers as they navigate their career decision making. Now for a quick review. In this module, we recommended that you follow all of the manufacturer's guidelines for care, use, and storage of your VR hardware. We also recommended that you take the time to read through the reference manuals and to play around in the simulations to learn and experience exactly what the career explorers will be doing. When you know your tech, you can provide a valuable and fun experience to career explorers using CareerLabsVR. In the next module, we will be talking about how to manage the environment for your career explorer.